Only the fatalistic Chinese were willing to mix the explosives or use it. Often they went sky high. They chipped and drilled, scrambled up the lines while charges of gunpowder roared beneath them. Then they drilled again.
1866年的春天，工程进入了塞拉山区。第一站 Cape Horn 是一块壁状的大岩石 ，American River 在下面咆哮而过。为了要从这座悬崖峭壁中开凿出一条双轨的铁路，根据书上的记载，当时施工方法是将华工用柳条编的篮子吊下去，悬空用铁锤一点一滴的敲打，然后在岩壁中放置炸药。
One of the things that is very commonly told is about the Chinese hanging in baskets in the construction of the railroad around Cape Horn. It's a wonderful, compelling image, and I understand why people really love that idea. The problem is, it doesn't appear to have happened.
近年来不断有关于 Cape Horn 迷思的争论。有历史学家认为 Cape Horn 的悬臂大概是70度角，所以不可能将竹篮垂直的往下放。在钻壁的过程中，也会因为竹篮的摇晃导致工人的生命危险。不过，也有华裔学者持不同的论点。
Despite the fact that we can certainly Cape Horn is with solid granite, right? Yeah. And how are you going to put a railroad bed, literally a bed 20 feet across, 24 feet across on part of the mountain? So you're still going to have a lower Chinese somewhere set the dynamite charge, take it off, bigger hole, go back down, bigger hole, so enough you put a foothold for a crew down there, right?
打通了 Cape Horn， 夸克尔攻无不克的中国文化大军，在塞拉山区的唐纳隘口又碰上了另外一个挑战。
Summit Tunnel 第6号隧道是塞拉山区所有15个隧道当中最长的一个，而这边最独特的地方就是它的地形全部都是花岗岩。你能够想象当初华工是怎么样将它给凿出来的呢？
The Summit Tunnel is the crowning achievement, or one of the crowning achievements, for the Chinese in the construction of the railroad. They worked for well over a year, close to 2 years, drilling this tunnel, sometimes recording progress of only inches per day.
为了开挖15条长达1600英尺的唐纳隧道，华工几乎24小时的轮班作业。由于当时没有先进的机器，黑色炸药在这里也毫无用处，因此最后用硝化甘油来炸花岗岩。不过，由于这种炸药爆炸力极强，到处四散，容易造成伤亡。监工的 Straw Bridge 甚至因此失去了一只眼睛。这个路段是中央太平洋铁路最艰难的一关。在这段期间，华工们也经历了2个最冷的严冬。
One of the most grueling experience was during the winter of 1866 and 1867. Extremely bad cold weather. Okay, and if you drive up into the Sierras during the winter, and you go skiing and having fun, yeah, but you think of the Chinese laborers in the winter, what they had to do. They worked through the night, even in different shifts, under the snow with with the snow sheds, and they just continue to work all winter long.
这些来自热带广东省的华工，几个月都在积雪10英尺下开凿隧道，艰苦的情况可想而知。根据1866年 Dutch Flag Inquirer 报道，晚间严重的雪崩导致整个华工的帐篷被淹没。究竟有多少华工在建筑横贯铁路中丧生？ 也是众说纷纭。
I think two things. I think number one, my gut tells me it's probably high. But the other thing is my historical knowledge tells me nobody has any real solid idea of how many people were killed because nobody's done a systematic study that really looks at it because the evidence is so sparse. There's so little evidence. And I'm talking white workers as well as Chinese.
That there is one newspaper article talked about a shipment of 20,000 pounds of bones. I don't know if you came across that from the railroad area to Sacramento, then to be sent back to China. So we know that at least at this high point, probably about 12 to 14,000 Chinese worked on the railroad. 20,000 pounds of bones probably amount to about 1,200 people. So at least a 10% loss of life. I'm sure there's more.
My gut also tells me that probably more workers working on the Union Pacific died than workers working on the Central Pacific.
Because?
And there's a couple of reasons for that. For one thing, the towns along the Union Pacific during construction were known as hell on wheels, full of gambling and drinking, and they were famous for the number of deaths per night of workers from fighting and things like that. The Central Pacific did not allow such towns to exist along their railroad during construction.
相对于爱尔兰工人的纪律涣散，生活习惯欠佳，华工的生活饮食习惯就显得相当的规律。
The food for the Chinese was quite good because the Chinese, first of all,
They cook for themselves.
they cook for themselves, and then they're not going to work eating meat and potatoes or beans, and they're not going to eat, pork and beans. They cannot. They will not. They wanted their own food, and also they boiled their water for tea. So they had no dysentery. The white workers on the Union Pacific coming from the east, they suffered such bouts of dysentery because they drank the water from the river. The Chinese always boiled their water.
华工在一天工作之后，会将身体清理干净。他们用 whisky 酒桶装茶，带到工地饮用。这样的习惯反而让他们免于感染疾病。